We had a fantastic rounds this morning. It was a great discussion. We're honored to have Brad Powell here with us this morning, and he's got a guest with him who came and spoke to us as well. Really awe-inspiring. And I want you to just first and foremost just kind of describe the topic that you covered today and how it relates to our patients in our community that we care for.
We talked, I called our discussion today the Deadlift Dilemma, because we have this dilemma of humans thinking that they're fragile, that their spines are fragile, their bodies are fragile. But it is quite the dilemma, because if you overload the body, you can typically get injured, right? Mm-hmm. But if you underload it, then you never get stronger. You can develop chronic disease into your life. So the topic mainly today was, how do we talk to our patients to instill resilience rather than fear?
I love that. And you had a patient on in the discussion today. So why don't you introduce the patient here?
Yeah, this is Shane Waller. About 5 years ago, he's a good friend, and he had a really intense back injury, and he was scheduled for surgery, and he had posted something on social media, and I was just very confident, maybe arrogant new grad. And I said, Shane, dude, have you tried PT? And he's like, yeah, I tried it. It was kind of a waste of time. And I said, well, have you tried PT with me? And he's like, well, no, but I was like, just come in, man. You got 4 weeks till your surgery. What do you have to lose? You're going to be in bed anyways. Like, you literally can't even get out of your house. I'm like, let's figure out a way for you to get to my clinic. Let's see what we can do, and at least you can get some pain relief. And that was kind of how the story started. He came to the clinic, barely could walk. Just a crazy story. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the story, Shane? Especially about how you picked up a shirt off the ground.
The detail.
Yeah.
All right. So the detail, got up at 4 a.m. Hour later, the shower's still running. My wife comes in, found me butt naked on the floor, dripping sweat, actually unable to move, hands and knees. Lovely wife laughed at me. And that was kind of the start of the story. I was scared to move, didn't want to further injure myself. I didn't know what was going on. Went to the ER. They had diagnosed me after an x-ray with just a muscle spasm. Gave me muscle relaxers, sent me to PT. I didn't really have a assigned physical therapist, or maybe I did, but I don't know. Still is just kind of a blur because there was so much pain at the time. I can't remember much of what was going on there. But so I tried PT, and I wasn't really committed to it, but I think my physical therapists weren't really committed to it either. Went home, kind of gave up on that. I was like, screw it, we're not going to do physical therapy. It doesn't work. Had an MRI because I wanted to know if I needed surgery. Family background, my mom has, quote, bad back, so we have bad backs in our family. Wanted surgery, got 2 different opinions. Surgeons told me, yep, you need to do surgery. So that was scheduled, leading up to your comment about coming to see you.
And I just have to say this. I think the commonality in patients with back problems is that they've gone through the conservative treatment realm, or what they believe to be the conservative treatment algorithm. And oftentimes we have to be the ones on the surgical side of things, educating these patients, reinstilling that confidence of what physical therapy can do, what a disc herniation's prognosis is, generally speaking. And it is a lot of trying to educate a patient on the appropriate steps to treat a back injury. And so maybe you can go into kind of your confidence. You went to your friend who now has become your patient, and kind of what was your approach?
So we talked about some of the literature this morning, some of the research behind this, and 85 to 90% of disc herniations heal within 6 to 12 weeks without extensive medical treatment. And if people understand that, especially physical therapists, it should give me a lot of confidence. My role is to give people hope and to give people resilience and to show them that your spine or your body is not fragile. This is a temporary setback. And there's some things that we're going to do along the way to decrease your pain. And we might need an injection to help us kind of calm down those symptoms. We might use dry needling or cupping or some manual therapy techniques to get things calmed down. But if I know that in the back of my head, 90% of people get better, then it should give me a lot of confidence to know that this person has a really good prognosis.
And we're instilling in them this multimodal approach system. We're not just silo care. We have physical therapy, we have pain management, we have all these different specialties around us that we can bring together to help foster a treatment course that is oftentimes very, very successful. So yeah. I love that. I love that aspect. And I think your take-home message, you showed us a little video, and then your take-home message was what?
Everyone has a story.
Everyone has a story.
And don't let what we say negatively impact that story.
I love that. And if we're all communicating the same idea and the same vote of confidence for all the treatments out there, I think we'll instill within our community a better understanding. Our patients will hopefully understand what our intent is, which is to get their life back, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I love that. Well, I love the message today. Super grateful to have you. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think the biggest thing is that we are resilient humans. Our bodies have a natural capability. I told the story about my daughter, that she was on the monkey bars, and her friend had tried doing the monkey bars for the first time, and she tore her hands, and they were bleeding. And my daughter said, my hands don't tear because I consistently do the monkey bars every day this year. And she showed me her hands, and they had thick calluses on them. Our bodies naturally will change based on the appropriate load over time. If we overload our bodies, we have musculoskeletal pain. And if we underload them, we don't get stronger, we get weaker. So our bodies will naturally change based on the appropriate load that we add to them.
I love that. I love that. I think that's the take-home message. So thank you so much for coming today. We appreciate the knowledge and the wisdom you've shared. So
thanks,
All right, thanks.